Make a super simple breakfast or even dinner today. Kids love it. It tastes like pizza, great for snacks or on the go. This is another quick and easy, above all simple meal, for which we'll first make the coating. Here I put 50 milliliters of water. I'll add about 100 milliliters of any tomato juice. Add just 50 milliliters of oil. It won't be too oily. Season with a little salt since it's unsalted. Now just whisk it together with a brush like this. And the coating is done. Set it aside until needed. Here I have 500 grams of ham and some extra salami. Lower quality, but it'll work. Use whatever you have on hand. It could be smoked pork loin or smoked neck, or any combination of ingredients you already use. First thing to do is grate this salami. Once transferred to a larger bowl like this, grate any semi-hard cheese. I have 130 grams of Gouda here, but since I also have 150 grams of mini mozzarella, when rolling up these pies, I'll add extra mozzarella into each one. So for preparing the filling, use between 150 and 250 grams of any semi-hard cheese. What else to add? Of course, mushrooms, and grate them into thin slices. Don't worry, they will bake through. This is quite enough, about 150 to 200 grams. You can also use marinated ones if you don't have fresh. Now season everything with a little salt, since mushrooms and cheese aren't salty. Add a bit of oregano too, 1 tablespoon of dried. Then add ketchup. You can add any tomato sauce, whatever you use. And pour a little more of this tomato juice again, then mix everything together. This whole mixture must not be runny, it should be thick. Keep in mind that mushrooms will release their water as they bake. And the whole mixture should look like this. I added roughly about 50 to 100 grams of ketchup, along with 100 to 150 milliliters of tomato juice. If you have pizza sauce, use that instead of these two combined. And that's it. The filling is done. Take a standard baking dish. This one is 33 by 23 centimeters. The dimensions aren't that important. Use whatever dish you have. And now lightly oil it like this and set it aside. Next, take a package of ready-made phyllo sheets and count them. Divide into 2/3 and 1/3. I've already counted here and there are 14. It would be perfect to have 15, but no. So we'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set aside 5 sheets. And 9. That means we'll have 9 rolls. 9. Why did I say 9? I don't know. Doesn't matter. 8 rolls will have 1.5 sheets each, while the 9th will have 2. When there are 15, it's exactly 1.5 sheets each. Now put these aside. And cut these 5 in half. Take the first sheet like this. Then brush it with the coating. Stir well, so you don't just take the oil from the top. Now take this half and place it like this in the middle. Place the filling in the center. Don't spread it all the way to the edge for easier rolling. This starting end you can do as you like. Since I have these mozzarella balls, I'll place them here at the start. Oops, almost forgot. And roll it up like this. Fold over these edges And roll up your little pie burrito, whatever you call it, and place it in the baking dish. Let's move on then. Brush coating again, but make sure to stir it. A strip down the middle. No need to be very precise there either. It can even stick out on that other side. Then the filling. There's plenty enough if you use 500 grams of any ham. Spread it out nicely. I'm adding mozzarella. If it seems a bit dry here, feel free to do this. And place a mini burrito in the baking dish. Some will be bigger, some will be smaller. And continue the process again. While doing this, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Turn the oven on roughly halfway through assembling. Arrange them like this. Tuck them in however you can. Arrange them that way. You can also use a slightly larger baking dish. Now I have some of this coating left here, so I'll season it with a little salt. Add just a bit more oil, about a small teaspoon, and a little tomato juice. And now I'll just stir it a bit like this. And brush these rolls before baking. These pizza rolls are really quick to make. And they can be breakfast or dinner. A snack, appetizer, to take on the go, whatever. For kids' school lunches, excellent. My kids adore them, even more than when I make them in a pie or burek form. Just soak them well like this, so they don't end up dry after all. They shouldn't. The mushrooms will release their juice, so don't worry too much. If you notice any remaining dry parts, feel free to brush them before baking. As you finish, the oven is ready. Take them to bake. After 20 minutes, take the dish out of the oven. Then take some hard cheese and sprinkle it on top. This part is optional. I usually add it because we love the taste of the baked cheese on top. Even better when it gets a little crispy. Add a little more oregano too. And return to the oven to bake. After 40 minutes, our little pizza pies are baked. And now I'll cover them a bit and leave them to cool down.